All right, guys, Automatic Garage back today. Quick video, 05 F250. He actually came by the other day, borrowed my jack and my impact to throw a set of wheels that he had bought for it. Got a heck of a deal on it. I was like, yes, you can come by and use it while I'm working on something else. Left the house. He lives about 15 minutes from here. Got off of the highway, got on another 4-lane highway. Said he got down on it real hard. All of a sudden, no throttle, truck died, would not crank back up. So I had a gut feeling I had a high pressure oil leak. So I drove over there in the truck, took my computer, hooked it up. Lo and behold, only making 110 ICP, which we all know will crank unless you get 500. So I said, well, you got a high pressure oil leak. I'm willing to bet standpipes or dummy plugs, because we've been having issues with O-rings, with standpipes and dummy plugs. I don't know if any of y'all have, but we've been having issues with that with the Ford OEM ones. That's all I use, but now they're not holding up like they were. So today, I'm gonna turn you around here. We got our pressure tester out. So we got our pressure tester out from Accurate Diesel. It goes in the IPR back there. Pressurized everything up. And immediately I heard a gurgle underneath this valve cover. Had a whole lot of air coming out of the crankcase vent on this side. And of course, when you have a significant leak, it's going to push it out of both sides a little bit, but you're going to be able to tell one side more than the other. So we went after this side, got it apart, pressure tested it again while it was off with the high pressure oil rail on it. And it was not the dummy plug, it was not the standpipe. I rolled my hand right down here over the rail, and it was just pushing air out right here where the ball tube goes into the top injector. So I'm gonna get the camera down there closer and let you look at the top of this injector, and I'm gonna show you the top of that one, and you tell me if you notice any difference. Injector 2, which is the first one on the driver's side towards the front of the motor. That's what it looks like. I'll take you back here. This is 4. So if you notice something's missing, I'll go back to it. You notice we got that clip, and then you got the beveled washer right there underneath it, then you have your O-ring. You come back to this one, no clip, no beveled washer, no O-ring. So once I pulled the rail, I knew immediately that's why we had such a big air leak, and that's where it was at. So now, we come back over here to the table. Let me show you what I also found down there by the injector once we discovered that. So I noticed these little metal pieces laying down in there, which if you look, these here are what's left of the beveled washer. 1, 2, 3 pieces there. This is what's left of the clip. And then I found the O-ring laying down in there too. So it blew all of this out of the injector. I've seen the clip come out, and I've seen it blow an O-ring. I've never seen it blow all this out, have nothing left in the injector. Y'all comment down below, tell me if you've seen that. I've never seen it. So the issue is, in your injector reseal kit, you do have a brand new upper O-ring, which there that is. You do have a new clip for the top. But what you don't have is a new bevel washer, retainer, whatever you want to call it there. So luckily, we had an old used injector here, so I took all that out of there. And we're gonna put this all back in the injector that came out of the truck. Or sorry, the injector that's in the truck. I'm not gonna pull it. I'm gonna put all this in the injector in the truck, which is a little bit of a challenge because you don't want this to shoot off and disappear while you're putting it in. And you wanna make sure you lubricate all this stuff up, or this O-ring really good, before you put it in there, because you don't want to tear it or mess it up while you're putting it in either. So I'm going to get that put together, and I'll show you that because it's going to be way too hard for me to try to video it while I do it. And then throw the rail back on, standpipes, dummy plug, and this thing should fire right up. But the main reason I'm showing this is I'd never seen it blow the washer apart. So what's bad about this is I spent about 15 minutes with a magnet. I searched all around the head, stuck it down by the push rods and everything else to make sure I couldn't find any more metal pieces, and I can't. And the danger of this is going through that low pressure pump. It can get hung up on the relief valve on the low pressure pump and get it stuck, which will give you a no start. And you can sit there and go through the pump, put grooves in your pump, which will ruin it, and then you'll end up having a no start because of that also, because the pump ain't gonna make enough pressure to feed the high pressure oil pump. So that's just, I guess it is what it is. The only other thing I thought about doing was putting a big welding magnet on the bottom of his oil pan and leaving it on there for him to help. Maybe if it gets down in the oil pan, you just keep it stuck to the bottom of the oil pan so it can't get sucked up in the pickup. All right, we're all together. I'm gonna show y'all real quick on this old injector give you some advice maybe for doing that in the truck, because the biggest fear to me of doing that in the truck without taking the injector out is that little clip in the top shooting off. So what I did was I stuck paper towels all around that injector in case I dropped it, in case it shot off, whatever, so I didn't have something else floating around in the motor, since we already know we got some metal pieces in there, and there's really no option of anything we can do to that other than my thought that I've done on some of these in the past is stick a really good strong welding magnet on the bottom of your oil pan. And the chances of that holding the metal pieces down on the bottom, I guess it's better than nothing. So let me show you all this injector and kind of the technique I used. So what I did was I put the O-ring, the upper injector O-ring in first. I put the washer in. I don't even have the old clip to try to show you, but I stuck one side down in the groove, the other side was sticking up over here, and then if you take your thumb and you kind of push in and down really hard, you can slide that clip in there. And then a good safe thing to do, which I learned this from HHC Diesel, is take your flathead after you have that clip in and make sure you can spin it in there and that it stays in the groove, so you know it's not going to try to pop out or something. So anyways, just some pointers on that. I'm going to get this thing primed back up, fired up, and we ought to be good to go. All right, we got her all back going. Took a little bit of cranking, because when you air test it, you push so much air into the system. All right, guys, so I just want to make a quick video on showing what happened with this injector. As you can see in the other videos I've uploaded here recently, a little while back I had one with a stuck injector. The same truck came back again like 2 months later with a cracked injector tip. And those were all OEM remanufactured injectors from Ford. So I don't know what we're going to do about this. I'm feeling not confident in the parts now. I always thought I was doing the right thing, putting OEM stuff in people's trucks. But maybe that's not the way to go now. So maybe I'm going to have to start ordering from Warren Diesel or something like that. I don't know. Y'all comment below and tell me what you think. But anyways, just wanted to show you all that, what we found out. It was something different. And it just goes to show you that there's some very priceless tools, such as this air tester, that just come way handy with diagnosing this stuff. Takes all the guesswork out of it. The only guesswork there is once you figure out which side it is what it is on that side that's leaking. So anyways, y'all like, subscribe, comment, check us out at Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. Got a whole lot more content coming here. We still hadn't worked on this 38,000 mile 6.0 here, which I'm probably going to start on this one tomorrow. And anyways, got a lot of stuff to do on that one, and we'll bring y'all along with us for that. So it's Automatic Garage signing out. We'll holler at y'all later.